Well, 40 years after the landmark play Don's Party hit the stage, Don and his mates are back for another election night blowout.
David Williamson's sequel, Don Party's On, sees the 1969 crowd gather to welcome the newly hung federal parliament in 2010. Garry McDonald stars as Don Henderson in the new play. It opens in Melbourne this weekend, and he joins us now in the studio. Thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And how did it go at the weekend?
Well, first preview was on Saturday. Fabulous. I don't know how much time we had in the second half, but the first half, I got the shock of my life, we added 3 minutes of laughter, which is a lot. That's a hell of a lot. And I've been in a play like that for a while. I mean, I mainly do comedies, but big laughs.
How long's the play without that act without the laughs?
It was about an hour, maybe an hour
3 minutes.
So we added
to an hour.
3, went to an hour 5, you know. But huge laughs. I must say, when I was asked about it, I thought, why is he doing a sequel? Having attempted to resurrect, something myself, and coming to grief with it. I thought, why is he touching this? And then I read the play, and it's fabulous. It's one of his best. It's really good. It's very touching and very funny.
So, and how was it to accept a role that's iconic?
Word in, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that is it's a bit threatening. I saw you showing a bit of the film, and it's like, a wonderful John Hargraves playing Don. There's this sort of bald-headed old fellow now playing him. But this is what's happened to the characters, of course. It's just so great. You don't need to know anything about the original play for this one to work, but if you do know anything about the play, just to see the guy who was the sex-mad one, that all the women loves, what he's like now in his 60s, and Don that thought he was the world's best writer, and here he is, 65 and retired, and, life's been a bit of a disappointment for him.
Well, perhaps
all the women have done really well, of course. They've done amazingly well. Anyway.
We'll pick up that in a minute. Maybe we should just have a quick reminder of what the original was like. This is the film version of the original.
About $200,000.
Are you particularly interested in this election? No, I'm not. Me neither.
Well, look, it doesn't make much difference who gets in, does it? I mean, I'll still be able to take home $20,000 a year, fair. That's not bad for extracting the odd molar.
Are you a socialist?
Yes. Yes, aren't you?
I think I'll let the fire die down a bit before we put the meat on. So, I fill it up a bit too much. You better hold the pizzas off for a while until I get the meat cooked, eh?
It's personal abuse. What do you mean, personal abuse?
What do you think calling me a pea-brain is?
Accurate! What?
Cut it out, Simon!
And we should point out that our producers had a lot of trouble actually putting a slab together that was able to be published at this hour of the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. This play's not like that, as they've got older and more middle class, and the grandchildren involved and all that, the language has toned down quite a bit. Mind you, it was also, back then, in 69, it was considered very de rigueur to be really, have a quite sort of filthy mouth, quite.
Yeah.
A bit smooth. As an actor, how do you approach a reprise role like this?
Well, I actually, I did Don's Party in the 80s. I played Mal. And Graham Blundell, you saw in that clip there, he directed it. He actually directed the original Don's Party as well. And so I kind of knew a fair bit about it anyway.
But can you be imprisoned by the previous script?
Well, no, I wasn't. I must say, I just looked at it, and as soon as I read it, I thought, this is Don's this, and he's become a psychologist now, and you can see it in the writing that there are big slabs where he doesn't say much, and at first I thought, why? And then I thought, no, I know why, because he's actually observing. Yeah.
Now, David Williamson himself probably couldn't have written a political year that actually happened last year.
No, it wasn't like that. Yeah, originally the script wasn't like that. It was about Rudd narrowly winning. And that was the script I was sent. And then they said, of course, he's rewriting the whole thing. And this has given it a tremendous, such a down, the ending's not down, but there's this hope, and then, of course, it just peters out as the night goes on. And I remember the night myself. The night just went on and on and on.
So Don parties were everywhere.
Yeah.
Went on for weeks.
Well, 17 days, yeah.
But are you personally surprised that, I guess as you say, you were a bit surprised that a sequel happened because it was such a huge success the first time, but that in fact...
I thought it was dangerous,
Yeah, but are you surprised that such plays haven't been written more in the intervening years as well? Or how do you feel that we've done in terms of the interplay between politics and stage and screen since Don's Party?
Oh, yes, I suppose. Well, politics have gone out of... I did a political play a few years ago, but it was just so biased. It was so left-wing that, you know, it was unsatisfying to do. Mm. And this is kind of... I mean, it's not about politics. It's really about long-term friendships, etc., etc. I mean, the politics, obviously, running through it are very strong. And of course, it's so recent. That's what's interesting, so recent. So that's pretty brave, really. It's almost sketch territory, you think, but it's the play isn't. The play's got tremendous heart and depth. It's really very satisfying to do.
Garry McDonald, thank you very much for coming in for an all-too brief chat, and I hope you get many more than 3 minutes laughs as well as you continue your season.
Thank you.